Hello YouTube, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to today's video. I want to walk through some things that will be seen or shown rather in today's vlog, one of them being a little bit of a studio renovation. I really wanted to minimalize my studio this coming year. I had a lot of things that I needed to declutter, get rid of. It's kind of crazy how much trash you can accumulate, and it makes me realize how much there's a lot of overconsumption, especially in the US, but in the world in general. And I'm trying to move away from that. I discussed that. I discuss what wrapping up 2025 is going to look like for me, and a lot of big things happening in 2026 and pretty much where I'm going to be putting my priorities next year. So I'm going to walk through a lot of those things. I also got a really nice new camera lens. It's a super affordable one. If you are looking for any lenses, I've been getting this brand. The other one that I'm shooting on that you'll see some footage on, it's a little bit closer up. It's just the best autofocus lens I've ever seen in my entire life. And this one's a wide angle, really cool. That's totally off topic though. If you are new, welcome. My name is Lexi and I'm a full-time artist. I specialize in ceramics, entomological pieces with bugs, printmaking, and I'm also teaching myself how to tattoo. I did a small apprenticeship about 2 years ago and she ended up moving, so I haven't been able to do that, and I've pretty much just been teaching myself very inconsistently. So yeah, that's another goal for 2025 or 2026 rather, to finally actually start tattooing. But we will see where the year takes us. I do have goals and priorities and things like that, and hopefully I stick to them. So if you want to see if I stick to them, subscribe, join along the journey. With that being said, that's pretty much what this video is. I started selling in 2 new tattoo shops, some of my merch and items and bugs and things like that. So I share me labeling that and pretty much prepping and dropping it off, which is just such an honor. Every single shop that I'm in, I do talk about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I seriously cannot thank them all enough for just, being such amazing hosts and letting me represent. So very, very cool. Anywho, grab yourself a cozy coffee, your favorite beverage, favorite snack, and let's hang out for a few. Hello. It is Monday, December 8th. I just had one of my last holiday markets of the year, and now I am gathering up inventory to drop off at a tattoo shop to sell, which is very, very exciting. I will be now selling at technically 5 places. The 5th one I don't think I'm going to be restocking at, but personally, if you want to shop my goods in person or my work, my merch, etc., I sell at Framework Coffee House in Orlando, Ormond Collective in Ormond Beach. I am now about to drop all of this off at Ember Tattoo in Mount Dora. And then there is one of my friends, you guys may remember her from when I was doing a tattoo apprentice, but she's opening up a little shelf in her studio at Wide Awake Tattoos, but it's Nogue Tattoos. And I'll be selling a little shelf on there. I'm dropping things off this weekend when we hang out, but for right now, I'm getting a bunch of my merch ready for the Ember Tattoo studio location, and then I have to do all this paperwork to fill out all of my inventory quantity and pricing so that I can make sure she has all the information that she possibly needs. I have to label everything. I'm not dropping off until Thursday, so I have a little bit of time, but I also have to make some things. Like I have some butterflies drying out over there that I'm debating on dropping off to her or saving for my next market. I really don't know what I want to do with that. The frames are selling pretty good, but so are my resin bugs, which, speaking of that, I need to pour more resin for some leaf bugs and some mantises. I might do some butterflies, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm going to be counting inventory, pricing everything out, filling it in over there. And I thought that it might be fun to bring you all along. It's kind of like boring work, just like the boring part of the job, the numbers part of the job, and the part that I enjoy organizing, so I'm thankful for that, but I don't necessarily this is the kind of stuff that taxes me to create. Today I'm what I want to create some things, but then I'm going to be working with numbers, so I'm probably not going to feel like making anything afterwards. So it's just one of those things where it's it has to be done, but I avoid it at all costs. But I have my coffee with me, so I encourage you to get yourself a cozy beverage and get ready to do some tedious work with me. But it's going to be a lot more fun for you because I'm going to have some lo-fi or whatever vibes music in the background. But I also need to pack up one more order. I have to mail out a couple of orders. And I also have to, I was late on my November print of the month for Patreon due to market prep, and I just got really behind because I went out of town for Thanksgiving. So the month got away from me. So I have to make 2 prints for this month, and patrons will be receiving the November and December print this month. And I'm debating on kind of revamping my Patreon a little bit. It's been doing really well for the way that I have it, but I was thinking instead of doing just handmade prints, I might dabble between like digitally made prints and handmade prints, just because I don't always have the time to carve out stamps. It's very like, it's therapeutic and I enjoy it, but when I'm forced to do it every single month, it is kind of difficult. So this year I found myself recycling a lot of like my very first stamps I ever carved for the print of the month, and I'm like, I don't really want to pigeonhole myself to just handmade prints, so I might open it up to handmade and just any type of print that I decide for that month, just so that I'm not like holding myself back too much. And I also want to draw more bugs, and I think that doing more like bug work, I can do a lot more on my iPad versus just hand carving it out and rolling it in just one color of ink and then stamping it. It's still really, really cool, very fun, again, therapeutic. I love it. But when I'm like held down to it and I don't have the freedom of creating on my iPad, sometimes it makes it like where it's not fun anymore. So I'm just trying to open up that. I also need to plan out my ceramic mail reward for the year. I'm really trying to get ahead of things because I noticed that when I don't get ahead, I get behind. There's no like on time for me. It's either ahead or behind, period. Like there's no in between, unfortunately. But that's just the way that it's been for years now, and I don't think that's gonna change. So I just need to be ahead of the game so that everything can get out on time, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's get into this monstrosity of beautiful opportunity.
Really confused with what I was doing, so I think if I were to do this again, it would definitely take me a lot less time. I called it today. I was like, at exactly 4:30, you're going to finish, and that is gonna be it because...
Hello, it is voiceover time. I figured this would be a good time to talk about some things heading into 2026, and I also want to talk about wrapping up 2025. I have so much that I could say about this year and what I'm looking forward to for next year. There's been so many amazing opportunities that have presented themselves this year, and I truly don't even know how to. I'm just speechless, essentially. I can't really put into words how I feel, but grateful is the best way I could sum it up. And while I'm talking, you're gonna see me prepping everything to drop off at the Ember Tattoo Studio. I'm pretty much just tagging everything, labeling everything, and packing up things to get ready for it. But wrapping up 2025, I have one last market, and I have to say the markets that I've done this year have hands down been the best markets I've ever been a part of. I'm so honored and fortunate to have the opportunities that I've had, as well as the means to get everything ready for a market, because I think that's where it's hard to do markets. You have to have everything up front, meaning that you have to make a bunch of your inventory and just fingers crossed it sells, and you're not really sure what's gonna sell and what's not gonna sell. You just make your little heart out and you put yourself out there and you just hope for the best. And luckily, a lot of my items have landed really well with you all. I truly could not be more grateful. So I'm hoping this last market is ending with a bang. It is Milk Mart. It's happening on the 21st in Orlando. But I have so much that I am looking forward to for 2026. If you saw my Instagram, I posted a reel talking about what I'm going to be changing for 2026. One of them is my name. I have slowly been integrating my name in my marketing. All of my business cards, my banner for my markets, my website is now under Lexi Dahlia. I'll never move away from mindful living in the way that all of my items are, hopefully with the goal in mind to help others navigate the human experience mindfully. However, the more that I broaden my creative endeavors and the connections that I make, I want to start going under my actual name. So I am rebranding to Lexi Dahlia, which that doesn't really change anything for YouTube because I'm already under as Lexi Dahlia. And pretty much like I said, all of my business cards, my banners, all of that stuff, my website is all under Lexi Dahlia already. So that's not the biggest change, but one of the really big changes that is going to be taking place is social media. Most of you know and have heard me talk extensively about how much social media drains the life out of me, particularly short form content. It truly is something that I struggle with and have struggled with for a very long time. I got off of social media for an entire month back in 2023 and started The Artist Way and ended up finishing The Artist Way, and it absolutely changed my life. I've been wanting to stop making short form content for years now, and I just keep making excuses on why I should stay on TikTok and Instagram, and honestly, it's truly not worth it. I'm not getting any crazy results that are giving me a reason to stay, and at the end of the day, it's just not true to myself. I enjoy making long form content. I love making YouTube videos, and because of short form content and being on platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, I'm too drained to make anything for YouTube or to do any long form content in general. So 2026, I am honoring myself, and I am going to be going full force into YouTube and Patreon only. I am completely getting off of TikTok, and I will only be doing once a month check-ins on Instagram. I already stopped doom scrolling this year. I stopped that habit, and it's literally changed my life. I feel like I think clearly, I have way more creative ideas, and I'm just inspired to live life so much more than just watching it virtually. So I can only imagine how this is going to feed my creative spirit in 2026, and I'm so excited to throw myself headfirst into YouTube. And lastly, like I said earlier, like in a couple other clips, I am going to be selling at 4 shops now. which means that my online shop is not going to be up to date all the time, and I'm going to be doing a lot less drops that are public, probably once or even twice a year. Other than that, pretty much patrons are going to be getting and receiving monthly goods or quarterly goods, and I'll have some extra up in the secret Patreon shop, or you can shop my goods locally at any markets that I'm doing or in any of the 4 shops that I am currently selling at. So lots of really cool things happening. I cannot wait to see what 2026 brings, and I can't thank you all enough for being there every step of the way. I truly wouldn't be where I am without you. I am wrapping up work for the day, and believe it or not, I'm finishing a second coffee. I actually don't know if I'm going to finish it though. It is 5 p.m. and I don't think this is a good idea. But I did get a lot done today. I tagged everything, I labeled everything, I packed up 3 orders, I put together a frame, like an entomological frame with some butterflies. I put together a bunch of like little business card and stickers for the tattoo shop to give each person that buys something from me, which is so sweet that she's doing that for me. And I also made an IKEA purchase. I need more desk space, like desperately, and I need to better organize my studio. So I don't think it's gonna be in this vlog. Honestly, it might though, because the desk comes in tomorrow, but it's a 78-inch desk. I have an idea of how I want to reorganize everything, but it's going to be a lot of work. I'm going to be going through all of my locker storage and pretty much just reorganizing everything. I probably will only show a couple of clips of reorganizing, but I'm going to give you guys like a final look of like my studio once I'm done. So here's a messy look. If you saw from the shots today, there is just stuff everywhere. During holiday season and market season, things kind of tend to fly under my radar, and the only thing I'm focusing on is making and producing. So pretty much any tidiness and normal like upkeep of my studio kind of goes out the window, and I'm just kind of surviving through the holidays. I do it to myself though. I vow in January to go ahead and start my holiday stuff. I know that sounds crazy, but I actually think that that is when I need to start it all and kind of get a idea of everything I need to do. I want to go ahead and plan out every single quarterly ceramic mail reward for patrons so that I'm not figuring it out each quarter. I already know what I'm making and what they'll be receiving for the entire year, and I can just make it whenever. And then same thing with the prints. I need to be ahead of the game, kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm either ahead or I'm behind. There's no in between for me. So like I have to just make sure that I'm ahead so that I can get things out on time. But yeah, that's where I'm landing today. I am going to probably play some Animal Crossing. I'm gonna pack everything up and get it all organized to slap in my car in the morning. I'm gonna try and get to the tattoo shop around 11 a.m. so I need to leave around like 10:30. I have everything printed out that I need, all of the inventory that she's gonna need, and yeah, most importantly, I have everything done that I'm giving her. And then I'll be doing another drop off once I finish my last market of the year. That way I can kind of have some inventory for that and not have to make too much for it. I still do need to make some things. I also need to hand build. I'm not really sure what this video is going to be or what else I'm going to put in it at this point, but I hope you're enjoying it thus far. I know it's already probably going to be pretty long, to be honest, but that is where I'm landing for today. I will catch you all in the morning. Good morning. I am running very behind today. It's already 10:45. Not very behind. I'm already 15 minutes behind. So I need to get rocking and rolling. I'm loving my outfit so freaking much. Let me give you like a better look. Although I have my manual focus fisheye lens on, so it's probably going to be very difficult for me to give you a good look of it. Do we get the idea? I just have my Vans on, my checkered Vans, but it's just a skirt. I tucked in this cute little sweater. It's a vibe, right? It's a little like chilly and not cold, but it's definitely chilly in Florida today. And I have my wood, sorry, it's not in focus. And then I have a yellow beanie on, like, are we joking? I'm feeling it, super cute. I am debating on even bringing my camera though, if I'm being so for real, because I know myself and I know for a fact that I'm not gonna bring my camera in to film. So you're gonna be going with me and just sitting in the car. And I don't think it's necessary and worth the hassle of me trying to film while driving because it's hard. And I don't really want to do that to myself this morning. So I'm gonna go load the car, and then when I get back home, I'm going to be redoing my studio. So we have lots of things to do today, so I will just catch you during the studio renovations. Wish me luck! Okay, so you can probably see the lights outside, but I have a neighbor, she's an older lady who was just taken out in an ambulance, and I hope she's okay, but you can see the lights kind of flashing. The fire department is still here, but they went right outside my window, so it scared me. I was like, is there a fire in my house that I don't know about? But I hope that my neighbor is okay. That was kind of sad to see. She seemed okay. She was like on the stretcher, but just a little unexpected. I am struggling with my layout here, if I like the layout or if I think the main thing is because there's two different like levels. So like when I sit at the corner like this elbow is higher, and then this elbow that's sitting on the white part of the desk is lower because I scooted this desk all the way. So I'm gonna try it out. I might end up ordering more legs from IKEA and pulling this completely out, but we shall see. So far, it's not too crazy. The main thing I need to do is organize these two shelves. I need to take this plant and either propagate it or just chuck it because it is yellowing leaves everywhere. So it's definitely on its way out. And I want this whole wall to be full of entomological pieces because I have so many frames that I have sold that I've given to the shops or things like that. And I want to actually expand my personal collection because I don't have a collection. I've sold everything that I've made. And it makes me kind of sad because there's so many things that I want and that I love that I've made. So I am going to prioritize early next year. Did I say this already? Editing me will figure it out. But for some reason, I feel like I've already said all of this. Anywho, I still have a bunch of things that I need to get done, like going through this locker storage, going through all 9 of those locker storages, cleaning out my plant cabinet because I cannot take care of those plants. They are way too high maintenance and I need the space. And organizing all of my ceramic stuff. I have probably days worth of things to do, but I don't have days. And I really thought that I was going to be further along, but it is already 5 p.m. and all I've done is put the desk together. Of course, I started late because I dropped everything off at the tattoo shop this morning, and then I got back, I had lunch, and then I had to put everything together, and then that situation happened, which was a little unexpected. Obviously, it doesn't affect me personally, so I'm just more concerned about my neighbor. I hope she's okay. But I definitely just kind of put a pause on things to rally my dogs together because they were barking and kind of going crazy there in the beginning. Because, like I said, the fire department was right outside my window. But yeah, I'm gonna see how much I can get done in the next few hours, but I don't want to be working late through the night. I have to pick up Clay tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I haven't gotten very far. I haven't made hardly any dent And with it getting dark so quickly, and it's already dark in my studio, I don't get sunlight in my studio. I feel like it's so dark already. I have got to the point where everything is so chaotic that I don't know what to do next, and I don't know what to like organize first. I don't know where to start. You know what I'm saying? And it's also trash night, so I'm like, it's a perfect day to go through things, because if I need to throw anything away or if I want to donate things, like this would be the perfect day for that. I don't want to like go through a bunch of stuff tomorrow and realize that I can like throw a bunch of things out that I don't need. But we might end up having to do that because I don't know how fast I can get this done. I think if I just stay focused, I hit like a wall. And do you see Ollie? He is so needy. But yeah, I hit a wall and I really need to get my momentum going again. So let's try and get this party started. You guys, my studio. Also, hello. It is Saturday, December 13th. I don't remember the last time that I didn't work on the weekend, at least for a little bit. I am pouring some resin bugs over there, and I'm getting ready to print the Patreon print of the month for November and December, because I ran behind on last month's print with all of the markets that I had, which is absolutely no excuse. So my patrons are so freaking amazing for being so patient with me and understanding. I truly just love them all so much. But yeah, I'm getting ready to do the print of the month. I have my cozy little coffee going on. My studio has not been this clean since we moved into this house. Like, when I say I threw out the other night, like I know I put the words on the screen. I did in fact end up staying up super late. I did that 2 nights in a row. Actually, I did that night that I said that I didn't want to stay up late. I stayed up doing stuff in the studio until 10:30 p.m. I mean, not crazy late, but like I wanted to be in bed, you know, and I wanted to relax on the couch. I haven't really played Animal Crossing that much because I've just been like grinding. And then I did the same exact thing last night. I was in here until like 10 something p.m. getting everything sorted together. The first night was mostly just throwing a bunch of stuff out and getting rid of stuff. I got rid of 4 giant, like mega hefty trash bags full of just, and this wasn't even in my studio. Like this was like our hall closet. Like I was going through stuff that I had in my studio from like our house that like is personal stuff that I was able to put somewhere else, give things away. We have accumulated so much trash. It's actually not okay. Like I am vowing to myself, like this just goes to show overconsumption is a real thing in the US. Also, if you hear noise, there are people pressure washing our back porch right now, and my dogs are they're actually doing really good. So the fact that I can film right now is a miracle. Dang it, I lost my train of thought. Oh, overconsumption. Yeah, so I am like really vowing for 2026 to be the year where I buy as little as possible. I only get the things that I need. Like if I need more resin, I buy resin as I need it. I don't need to stock up on anything. If I need cups for resin, if I need things for pinning bugs, which I really have all of that stuff. If I need more ink for tattooing, if I need more clay, if I need more glaze, but I need to only get it when I need it. No more stocking up, no more trying a bunch of hobbies out. I also realized that 2023 and 2024 were the 2 years that I let myself creatively explore. Let me move the camera really quick. But 2023 and 2024 were the years that I allowed myself to creatively explore, meaning that I tried out a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of different crafts, hobbies, whatever it might have been. I had so much exploration, and I'm so thankful that I had the means to do all of that. But because of that, I also like acquired a bunch of things that I literally will never use again because I ended up either not liking it or not finishing it, whatever it might have been. So I was able to purge myself of all of that. Now I only have stuff that I absolutely use for work. My hobby is literally Animal Crossing. Like, my work is my hobby, obviously, but outside of that, I don't have any other crafty things because I craft 24/7, which is an amazing privilege, but it's also kind of sad because it does strip me from wanting to do anything creative in my free time. So I literally have coloring books and my Nintendo. That's about it for hobbies. Everything else just needs to be for work, and if it's not for work, it needs to get the heck out of my studio, unless it's books or decor, because that's just cute. But yeah, so I only have things for tattooing, ceramics, and printmaking. That is it. Period. That is it. Oh, and resin, obviously, like for bugs. That's the 4 things that I do, and that's all I need. I also got rid of my plant cabinet. I'll show you guys that later. Kind of sad, but all of those plants were very like high, like specialty and high maintenance, and I genuinely do not have it in me to just care for high maintenance plants anymore. I need them to be low maintenance, or I just don't want plants. They're so cozy and they really make the space come alive, and I do want plants in my space still, but I wouldn't call myself a plant mom anymore. Like, I am very much just like moving away from anything that just absolutely drains me. I might need to go here in a second because I just heard them turn the thing off, so my dogs might start going a little crazy. But I need to get to printmaking anyways, and then I will do a studio tour eventually towards the end of this vlog. But I have a lot of things to do this weekend, so I'm not sure when I'm going to give you a full run through of everything, but I'm very excited for it. So here's a sneak peek. And this entire wall, the entire wall, even over there, I have plans to slowly but surely build up my entomological personal collection next year. So that's what I'm doing next year. My husband's about to walk in the door, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know by giving me a little like. If you want to stick around for more videos and content like this, give a little subscribe. And if you made it this far, comment a little fern emoji because you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world. So like I said in the video, I really am going to be prioritizing long form content next year, which means a lot more YouTube, a lot more Patreon, a lot less Instagram, and a lot less, if any, TikTok. I also am going to be a little bit more active on my newsletter for my website. So if you end up not wanting to join over on Patreon, even following along for free, if you don't want to do that, a great way to stay in the loop is my newsletter on my website. It's the first thing, as soon as you click the link to my website, it's the first thing that pops up right on the homepage. Sign up, and it's definitely not spam. It's probably going to be once a week, if honestly, it's probably just going to be once a month. But you can get discount codes and just kind of have some exclusive sneak peek things for the shop. And I will be doing a lot less shop drops because I'm in 4 shops now and I have to make sure that I keep them stocked along with any markets that I do. And keeping inventory in my studio is going to be very rare because it's probably going to be given to one of the shops, if not sold at a market in person. So if you want exclusive goods, definitely head over on Patreon. I'm going to try my best to keep them stocked with some, like, you know, miscellaneous things, but they also will receive, if you are on the artist lounge tier, you get that's my print club, so you get a lino cut block print sent to you every single month. And then the artist studio tier gets a ceramic piece sent to them every quarter. And January, I'm going to be doing green, probably close to like a espresso shot cup. So it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 ounces, but they're going to be these really cute lustrous jade glaze that I found and is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to share more with you all. But that is going to be January's, so quarter 1 of 2026 ceramic reward. I'm still planning out the rest of the year for each quarter, but yeah, that's what we're looking like. But if you don't do any of that, I cannot thank you enough for simply just being here. I can't wait to share more videos with you all, and I never know how to wrap up these videos. I pretty much just end up yapping about things that don't really matter, or I end up repeating myself. So I think that's all I had to say. If it's not, I'll say it next time. So see you in the next one.